I feel like I'm losing my
All right,
mind.
let's dive in. Ready for a deep dive into hot tub territory?
Let's heat things up.
Today, we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the Lifesmart Spa's LS100 hot tub.
The one everyone's talking about.
Exactly. Thinking about taking the plunge, are we?
A wise choice, I might add.
We've got all the intel you need straight from Wayfair specs.
And the best part?
We've got the inside scoop from actual owners. Real deal customer reviews.
So you're not just going off some fancy marketing spiel.
By the end of this, you'll be a Lifesmart LS100 expert, ready to decide if it's the one for you.
Let's jump in.
So, the LS100, right? It's a 4-person hot tub.
Runs on a standard 110V. Plug and play.
Oh, the magic of plug and play. Anyone who's ever wrestled with, well, anything, knows that's a win.
Huge win. No need to call in the electrician. Think of the savings.
Cha-ching. Okay, but what makes this one stand out? It's got full foam insulation.
And a thermal locking cover, keeping that heat in.
Perfect for those chilly nights. I can already picture it.
And, more importantly, keeping those energy bills down.
It's not just about staying warm, though. This thing has a 1.0 HP pump. Those jets mean business.
And for those who like to fine-tune their relaxation.
There's an air control valve. You're in control.
And the digital control panel. User-friendly.
Even I can figure it out. Now let's talk comfort. Seat depths range from 20 to 24 inches. The whole tub is 31 inches deep.
Yeah, you can really sink into this one.
Important details, right? You don't want to feel like you're crammed in.
Absolutely. It's all about visualizing yourself actually in the hot tub.
So let's address the elephant in the room.
Or maybe the hippo.
This tub, when filled, weighs 2,651 pounds.
That's a lot of water weight to consider.
Seriously. Placement is key. It's plug and play, yes, but...
You don't want your deck collapsing. Careful planning is a must.
Okay, enough about stocks. Let's hear from the people who actually own this thing.
Time for some real talk, the good, the bad, and the bubbly.
First up, we've got Tarek. She calls her LS100 perfect and raves about how easy it is to maintain.
Sounds like a happy customer.
She even says it's one of her favorite purchases. That's a pretty solid endorsement.
Is definitely a good sign.
Next, we have Craig. He's a bit of a DIY enthusiast, moved and set up the hot tub himself.
Impressive. Given its weight, that's saying something.
He also gives a shout out to the secure cover. Essential if you live in a windy area.
No one wants leaves and debris in their nice, clean hot tub.
Then there's Chris. He talks about the therapeutic benefits. Says he feels so much better after just 10 minutes in it.
Ah, the power of hydrotherapy.
He mentions it's perfect for him and his wife.
Oh!
It might be a tad cozy for 4 adults.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to consider actual usable space, not just the maximum capacity.
Speaking of space, this hot tub is 5'1" wide by 5'10" deep and 2'8" high.
Compact, but still a decent size.
Think walkways, clearances. You want to measure carefully before you commit.
Like planning for any new furniture measured twice, buy once.
Okay, so we've covered the basics, heard some glowing reviews, but let's be realistic. What are some of the potential downsides? No product's perfect.
Well, from the reviews, it seems like jet variety isn't this model's strong suit. Some people mentioned there's only one jet speed.
Yeah, if you're looking for a fully customizable massage experience, this might not be the one.
Another common point is the size. It's technically a 4-person hot tub, but...
More comfortable for 2, maybe 3.
Right.
Realistically speaking.
Now this one's interesting. A few reviewers mentioned the lack of included steps.
Ah, yes, the step situation.
It's an added expense to keep in mind, but it probably helps keep the overall price down.
Trade-offs. So we've got the key features, pros, cons, and real customer feedback. But who is this hot tub really for?
Based on what we've seen so far, I'd say it's a great match for individuals or couples. You know, those looking for a relaxing and affordable way to unwind at home.
Perfect for smaller spaces, too.
Yeah.
And those who prioritize energy efficiency and ease of use.
Definitely. It's like the perfect starter hot tub. But before we declare it the champion of compact hot tubs,
we need to dig a little deeper into those customer reviews. There are some nuggets of wisdom hidden in there. Stay tuned.
Okay, back to those reviews. Remember Susan?
Oh, yeah, Susan.
She mentioned a dip in the floor of her tub. Had some cover issues, too, even after getting a replacement.
Good reminder to always inspect your hot tub carefully when it arrives.
Absolutely. Catch those things early.
Now, Tom, he loved the seats, the jets.
But
4 people. A bit of a squeeze, he said.
seems like the consensus is this hot tub is best for 2, maybe 3. Realistically.
Like choosing the right size dining table. Everyone needs some elbow room.
Right. Now, Kyle, 5-star review, but mentioned adding chlorine daily.
Oh, interesting.
Could be the smaller water volume.
Ah, makes sense. Smaller tubs, more sensitive to those changes.
You might have to be on top of the water testing.
Like a smaller gas tank. Fill up more often, but hey, better mileage overall, right?
Yeah, exactly. Trade-offs. And then there's Daniel, pointed out the single jet speed.
Yeah, not a deal breaker for everyone, but something to consider.
Some folks like options, you know?
It's like a classic massage versus one with all the bells and whistles.
Oh, one thing the reviews didn't mention, the LS100 is made of roto-molded plastic.
Roto-molded plastic. Sounds technical.
It's a cool process, actually. Durable, seamless shell, makes it lightweight and portable.
Ah, so that's why it's easier to move compared to those heavy acrylic tubs.
Exactly. Might not have that same luxurious feel, though.
Like rugged hiking boots versus fancy dress shoes. Depends what you're going for.
Speaking of which, let's talk budget. This model's on the affordable side.
Good value, especially considering the energy savings and no electrician needed.
And those positive reviews. Can't forget those.
People seem genuinely happy with their LS100s. Easy setup, relaxing soaks.
Real-world experiences are the best endorsements.
So the verdict, is this the hot tub for you?
Well, it's fantastic for those wanting a compact, easy-to-use, energy-efficient hot tub.
Won't break the bank either. Perfect for individuals, couples.
Create your own little oasis at home.
But before you hit buy now,
Ask yourself the important questions. Space. Must have features. How about looks?
and budget, of course. Don't forget about steps, cover lifters, maintenance, energy costs.
It all adds up.
But hey, there are tons of resources out there to help you make the right choice.
Online, pool stores, even the hot tub manufacturers themselves have guides.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. It's like learning to drive seems daunting at first, but
You'll get the hang of it.
now let's move on to something not as glamorous, but just as crucial. Maintenance.
Yes, keeping that hot tub sparkling clean.
No one wants a swamp monster situation. So, what are the key things to know?
Well, first off, establish a routine. Like taking care of your car. A little preventative maintenance goes a long way.
Skimming the surface, wiping down the shell, clean that filter.
Exactly. Prevents bigger problems down the road.
But how often are we talking? Daily, weekly, monthly?
Depends on usage and exposure to the elements. Skim daily, wipe weekly. Clean or replace the filter every few months. That's a good starting point.
Not too bad. Yeah. What about the water itself? We talked about chlorine dissipating quickly in smaller tubs. Anything else?
You'll need to test the pH and alkalinity levels regularly. Adjust them with chemicals as needed.
So it's not just about dumping in chlorine.
There's a science to it. Getting that balance right is crucial for clean, clear, safe water.
Now, for a hot tub newbie, pH and alkalinity, it can sound intimidating.
Don't worry. There are guides, tutorials online, at pool stores.
Even from the hot tub companies themselves, right?
Exactly. And don't forget, the LS100 doesn't have an ozone generator.
Which does what exactly?
It helps reduce the amount of chlorine needed. You might end up adding chemicals a bit more often with this model.
So diligence is key. Any other LS100 specific maintenance tips?
Always a good idea to check the owner's manual, but overall, it's pretty low maintenance. Keep up with the cleaning, monitor the water, and you're golden.
Speaking of golden, let's wrap up this part of our deep dive. We've covered a lot of features, pros and cons, customer experiences, even maintenance. What's the big takeaway here?
Informed decision making. The LS100 is great, but it's not for everyone. Think about your needs, budget, lifestyle.
Do your research, ask questions.
Choose the hot tub that'll bring you years of enjoyment.
Right. Owning a hot tub is a commitment.
A fun one, though.
It takes effort to keep things running smoothly, but those relaxing soaks, worth it.
Absolutely. You get out what you put in, take care of your hot tub, and it'll take care of you.
Before we move on, any final words of wisdom for our listeners starting their hot tub journey?
Have fun. That's what it's all about. Invite friends, crank the music, relax, enjoy.
Perfect note to end on. And if you're ready to create your own backyard oasis, you can find more info on the Lifesmart Spa's LS100 in the description below.
Happy soaking.
All right, so we've tackled features, reviews, even the nitty-gritty of maintenance. But before we wrap up, there's one more crucial thing we got to talk about.
Safety. It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement, but
Safety first, right? Especially with kids and pets around.
absolutely. Hot tubs are great, but they're not playgrounds.
So let's lay down some ground rules. Number 1, never, ever leave kids unsupervised around a hot tub.
Not even for a second. It's like that old saying about a watched pot, or in this case, a hot tub. Things can go south quickly.
Totally. And even for adults, enter and exit the hot tub slowly.
Especially when the water's hot, we want to relax, not end up with a slip and slide incident.
And here's another one that should go without saying, but avoid alcohol or drugs before and during hot tub use.
Impairs your judgment, increases risks, not a good combo with hot water.
If you start feeling dizzy, lightheaded, overheated,
Get out.
don't try to tough it out. Listen to your body.
It's telling you something for a reason.
And for those with pre-existing health conditions,
Talk to your doctor first.
just to be safe. Hot water can affect blood pressure, heart rate. Better be safe than sorry.
Absolutely. All right, so there you have it, Hot Tub Safety 101.
So we've covered a ton of ground today. Hopefully you're feeling well informed about the Lifesmart Spa's LS100.
Ready to decide if it's the hot tub of your dreams?
We've given you the knowledge. Now it's time to take action. If you're ready for that backyard oasis, you know what to do.
Head to the description below for more info on the LS100.
Whether you go with the LS100 or another model, remember, safety first, do your research.
And most importantly,
Have fun. Happy soaking, everyone.